Marriage is the eternal unity of two souls who had met long before being born into this temporary world. Real love means helping each other attain jhana. Give love in secret for one another. Your husband believes that providing for you is one of the greatest signs of his love for you. Know it and be happy. Never compare your wife to another woman. If the other woman was good for you, Allah would have given her to you. Call your wife with beautiful names. It's sunnah. If you love someone and they love Allah before you, they are worth loving. Brothers, the day you marry your wife is the day Allah places a trust in you to give her the right as a wife. I don't need a ring. I need his deen. I'd prefer him to take me to Jannah and make me his queen. Marry a man who fears Allah so he will treat you right because of his fear of Allah. The successful marriage is not when you can live in peace with your wife, but when you can't live in peace without her. Real love begins when you decide to make it halal. The most perfect believer in faith is the one whose character is finest and who is kindest to his wife. If you love me, then remember me when standing in front of the one who loves you the most. A Muslimah doesn't need to marry a man who dies for her, but she needs to marry a true Muslim man who lives for her, to help her be a better believer and take her to lead her to Jannah. Anything you spend on your family will be a source of reward from Allah. Even a morsel of food that you raise to your wife's mouth. A righteous wife can make a poor man feel like a king. Mr. Right won't distract you from your Lord. If he distances you from Allah, he's Mr. Wrong. No love between two souls is greater than what is between spouses. Our Lord, grant unto us spouse and offspring who will be the comfort of our eyes and give us the grace to lead the righteous. And we created you in pairs. True love doesn't end at death. If Allah wills it, it'll continue in Jannah. Forbidden love stories end at marriage, while true halal love stories begin at marriage and end with both entering paradise together. Any woman who dies while her husband is pleased with her will enter in Jannah. A husband said to his wife, 50,000 years before the sky was introduced to the sea, Allah Azza wa Jal wrote down your name next to me. Happily ever after is when the both of you step into paradise together. That's the true love you should work for. If you want guaranteed success in your marriage, make every effort to please Allah. It's forever you me insha'Allah. Ya Allah, if I am to fall in love, let me touch the heart of someone whose heart is attached to you. A handsome guy and a pretty girl will make a beautiful wedding, but a faithful man and a pious woman will make a beautiful marriage. When a husband and wife look at each other with love, Allah look at them with mercy. Don't expect your spouse to be perfect. She is only the dunya version of themselves. Their perfect version is saved for Jannah. Love is shown in your deeds, not in your words. I want to love that will say, not even death will do us part, because we'll be reunited in Jannah. Inshallah. Marrying someone who loves Allah will show you more about your future than anything else you'll hear or see. A real man never hurts a woman. Be very careful when you make a woman cry, because Allah counts her tears. The woman came out of a man's rib, not from his feet to be walked on, and not from his head to be superior, but from his side to be equal, under the arm to be protected, and next to the heart to be loved. The more civil and kind a Muslim is to his wife, the more perfect in faith he is. Allah is pleased when a husband plays with his wife. Due to this he fixes thawab, good reward, for them, or he establishes halal rizq, lawful sustenance, for them. A man should be like a child with his wife, but if she needs him, he should act like a man. Marry a practicing Muslim. It is the duty of the Muslim husband to be religiously educated and to see that his wife also receives a religious education. Be your spouse's biggest encourager, not their biggest critic. Be the one who wipes away their tears, not the one who causes them. Among the Muslims, the most perfect, as regard his faith, is the one whose character is excellent, and the best among you are those who treat their wives well. Allah loves you more than you can ever love him. The woman who dies in the state of her husband being pleased with her will enter Jannah. The most blessed nikah, marriage, is the one with the least expenses. Treat your woman with respect, because one day someone will do the same to your daughter. It is easy to fall in love. Anyone can. But only the strong will keep it halal. If your spouse is angry, you should be calm. When one is firing, the other should be water. Marry someone who is deeply interested in the deen, because that is who your children will follow. Love your spouse with everything you've got. A woman dreams of a perfect husband. A man dreams of a perfect wife. But they don't realize that Allah created them to complete one another. A woman is a flower vase of beauty and fragrance. So smell her gently, do not wrestle with her. Do not put on her responsibilities she cannot bear. A real man will offer you marriage, a loser will offer you zina. If you don't intend to marry her, keep your hands off another man's future wife. If you do intend to marry her, keep your hands off until she is your wife. He's praying for her. She's praying for him. Little do they know, Allah sealed their fate with each other before they were even fate. When a man marries, he has fulfilled half of the religion, so let him fear Allah regarding the remaining half. When a married couple prays together, they share an intimacy that cannot be created by any other means. That feeling is amazing. Don't stay in a haram relationship with the intention of making it Allah someday. Who promised you tomorrow? It is Allah's mercy upon mankind that He created spouses for human beings for themselves. The best property is a tongue which mentions Allah. A grateful heart and believing and virtuous woman help her husband with his faith. A pious wife can make a poor man feel like the richest man in the world.